Honest, is it kind of surreal that you're actually getting this opportunity?
It's actually like, I was just on my bed every single day, reading about the Canelo thing, reading about what's going to happen with, the Triple G fight. I didn't even think I would get the call, and when I was reading through it, my kids were jumping on every day. I get up and I read you guys, whatever you guys have on boxing or whatever, about boxing news. And my kids were with me, and I was in bed, and I got the call, Don King, and he was like, hey man, there's this guy they call Triple G or something like that. You want to fight? I'm like, Don, you know what you're talking about, man. Of course I'll take the fight. Are you serious? He's like, yeah. And then next thing I know, he goes, all right. And then I was a front runner for the fight, and then I was excited, man. I got up happy, called my trainer, Edmund, and told my wife, baby, we got the fight. Nobody even believed it. What's funny is, like, 2 weeks ago, me and my wife were watching fights, and I never asked her this, and I was like, baby, who's your favorite fighter? And then she was like, I'm like, no, you gotta pick one. She goes, you. I was like, no, you gotta pick somebody. And then she actually mentioned him, and she's like, I actually like, Golovkin's a good guy. He's very humble, the way he carries himself. So, I gotta kick his ass.
Vanes, what's the last year been like for you? I remember you tweeted out some very controversial things last year over your past management. Then you're kind of in limbo. You signed with Don King, and now you're here. What's the last 12 to 16 months been like for you?
As you guys know, the boxing game, it's about who you're with. If you have the right people, no matter who you are, they'll make you into a superstar. There's a lot of great fighters, even right now, that are sitting in their house, that they are being benched. They don't get the opportunity to perform because of the people they have in their corner, the people holding them back. I had to do with a lot of boxing politics. As you know a little bit about it. But I'm just happy that Don King took me under his wing and brought me back. He promised me something, and I promised him to give him a good fight. So I'm just happy to be back with Don King, and I'm happy to be on the stage again, because being out, every day, I've been missing the sport so long, and it's been depressing, because I want to be in the ring, I want to fight, and fights got made and got canceled. I'm just very happy to get the opportunity to fight, and I'm very happy to be back.
Vanes, final question for me. Do you think Saul Alvarez plays by a different set of rules in boxing?
I think so. The fact that he gets 6 months and Weed gets 9 months, they should say something. Chavez Jr. failed, and he gets 9 months for smoking weed, and Canelo gets, for steroids 6 months. It's like, okay, if you have to pick, I'll, choose weed. You know what I mean?
It's one of your sponsors, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
The bubble gum.
There you go.
Vanes, 2 years off. How you feel about that? 2 years. You back after Lara fight?
I'm doing really good, man. I mean, I wanted to get back. The reason why I had problems with past management is because the fights got made. I took those fights, I didn't get full camps for those fights. And I took those fights always on short notice, and it was basically I was doing favors for them. Oh, you want to fight this guy on this time? I was taking the time. But for this fight, we were in training. We were supposed to fight 2-3 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Before I got the call. So we were in camp. We were ready to go. So I'm happy. This is actually the first time that I'm actually in shape and ready to go when I got the call.